Sausage McMuffin with egg. Only 2 for $3.33. Made with a fresh cracked egg, sausage, and cheese on an English muffin.
On ABC 15 News at 6, car safety system shutting down in the heat. We're taking action to get answers.
And a Valley man's excuses to police after one of his dogs dies in the heat. And I'm tracking storm chances in your most accurate forecast at 6.
As we come on the air tonight, we have just finished our one-on-one with Donald Trump. The first interview after the attack today from Hillary Clinton. His reaction, plus what Trump says about his campaign manager being fired. Trump's disappointing fundraising numbers. And what Trump now says about Clinton's growing lead in the polls. He says not so fast. And will his children have a formal role in a Trump White House? Also developing tonight, the major bust just outside a major New York City tunnel. A car loaded with weapons. Police say rifles, handguns, and body armor. Escaping the flames, we're right there tonight as dangerous wildfires close in. Emergency evacuations at this hour as a new storm now moves into the east. Breaking now, the wife of the gunman in Orlando and what she has just revealed. And a major development after that actor was killed trapped between his SUV and his gate. What drivers need to know.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with our one-on-one just moments ago with Donald Trump. It's been a tumultuous 24 hours inside the Trump campaign, firing his campaign manager, new and disappointing fundraising numbers revealed, and tonight a new and blistering attack from Hillary Clinton. Tomorrow, Donald Trump will get his turn, but he's right here tonight. For the first time since the Clinton attack today, Trump now responding to her, to his fundraising numbers, to the national poll showing Clinton growing her lead. But he says, watch Ohio and Pennsylvania. Our sit-down came a short time after Clinton made the case, calling Trump's economic policies, quote, dangerous.
Just like he shouldn't have his finger on the button, he shouldn't have his hands on our economy.
Right afterward, we took those very words to Donald Trump, and here's what he told us. Hillary Clinton said of you just today that just like he shouldn't have his finger on the button, he shouldn't have his hands on our economy. Were you watching?
I was not watching. I heard what she said. I built a great, great company. It's worth tens. I mean, it's just a very, very valuable company. Some of the greatest assets in the world, including with what we're sitting on right here. She has a bad temperament. She would do so badly with the economy.
But you know their argument that President Obama inherited the Great Recession, that he created 14 million new private sector jobs in 6.5 years.
But we haven't come back. We have a dead economy. We are dead stagnant. We're losing our jobs to Mexico. We're losing our jobs to so many other places. I mean, you look at Mexico, what they're doing, it's unbelievable. It's like a modern-day miracle where the companies, whether it's Carrier or Ford or so many other companies just pouring into Mexico.
You know, you bring up Carrier, Ford, you've criticized Apple for taking jobs overseas, and Hillary Clinton said something today that we'll likely hear again from her in this general election, that the Trump ties are made in China, the Trump suits in Mexico, Trump furniture in Turkey, Trump barware in Slovenia.
It's true. And you know why? Because they devalue their currencies and they make it impossible for companies to compete. And she doesn't have to say that because I say it all the time. I say, unfortunately, my ties are made in China. And I will say this, the hats, Make America Great Again, I searched long and hard to find somebody that made the hats in this country.
But back to that point, when you criticize Carrier and Ford and Apple, you know what the Clinton camp is going to say. They're going to say, how do you criticize them when you're doing the same thing?
I openly say I do it, but you know what? Let them charge me a tax when the tires come back in. I mean, let them charge me a tax. I'd love to be able to not to do it. And the way we're not going to be able to do it, and the way people will stop doing it and stop moving, as an example, Carrier announced they're leaving 1,400 great people that have worked for them for many, many years, and they're moving to Mexico. But if we put a barrier from them, and we have no choice because we're losing all our companies.
What kind of barrier are you talking about? Because the argument is that will hurt the economy on this side.
It's not going to hurt the economy. It's going to make America much richer.
There was something that she said today. She pointed to something that you have set out in the campaign trail, saying, I'm going to do for the country what I've done for business. But then she argued that you intentionally ran up huge amounts of debt, you bankrupted your companies not once but 4 times, and that hundreds of jobs were lost. How are you going to respond to Clinton? And were average Americans affected in any way by these bankruptcies?
Okay, so what I've done is I've used brilliantly the laws of the country, and not personally, just corporate. And if you look at people like myself that are at the highest levels of business, they've used, many of them have done it many, many times.
But did any average Americans pay the price, though, for that?
No, but I'm running a business. You have to understand, I'm running a business. I'm running a business for myself, for my company, for my employees, and for my family. Hillary wouldn't have any idea how to do that. Don't forget, somebody has to understand debt. She doesn't understand debt.
We know this will be her argument this fall, that every major candidate in the last 4 decades has shown the American people their taxes. She says maybe you paid nothing or close to nothing. Maybe you're not as rich as you say you are. Maybe you haven't given away as much to charity. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to respond right now to Hillary Clinton. Will you reveal your taxes to the American people before the election?
As soon as the audit's done, I'm under a routine audit. I've been audited many, many years in a row. There are audits that go, and they're routine. And by the way, you don't learn very much, if anything, from a tax return.
But they'll learn your tax rate.
No, but I filed papers with the federal elections. Now, when the audit's complete, 100%. I don't care. Now, a lot of people haven't filed their tax return. A lot of people haven't given their tax returns prior to a number of years.
What if that audit is after Election Day? Is there a chance that your tax return won't be?
I don't know if there will be. I hope it's not. But you know what? If it's before I give my tax returns, I have no problem with it.
There's a chance we
There
won't
would
see
be a
them.
chance, but I think it would probably be done before. It's very routine, but there would certainly be a chance.
And about this question over charity that she brings up on the campaign trail, do you want to reveal how much you paid to charity?
Well, I give a lot of money to charity. I would certainly tell you about it, but I would give you, I'd have to come up with a number. I think I revealed over a period of years, I've given over $100 million to charity. I think $102 million or something thereabouts to charity.
But you can come up with that number for us.
I think I would, yeah. I would have no problem with it.
Your former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, fired in the last 24 hours. He told us that he didn't see this coming. Your son, Don Jr., told me this morning that he was in the room for that firing. How big of a role do your children play in these decisions?
I really have them involved mostly with the business, and, you know, they're people that have great respect for. They're my children. I have great respect for them.
But back to your son being in that room, Don Jr., that was pretty eye-opening for a lot of people, I think. And will there be a role for him, a role for Ivanka in a Trump White House?
Probably not. I would leave them to run the business, and I think that's what they really like doing, and that's what they're doing now.
We brought up Corey Lewandowski. He's now out, so you fired your campaign manager. Some pretty disappointing fundraising numbers for May.
Well, they're not really. I mean, I think there was only one day that was reported. And just so you understand, we've actually had some very good days, but they're not reported yet.
Let me just ask you, in the same time frame, though, you raised $3 million. Mitt Romney had raised $23 million in that time frame. John McCain, $20 million. And you're up against Hillary Clinton, who raised $25 million.
Well, no, she's getting her money from the Wall Street guys and all the special interests. And I really don't, I'll be honest, you know, I've never raised money before for this because I've never done it before. I think I'd be very good at it. As far as I'm concerned, I'd be very happy to continue to self-fund. You know, I have...
Are you going to continue to self-fund?
I may.
How
because
much?
To me, I think, I don't know, I can do whatever I want. She's going to spend $1.2 billion on an election, and I'm trying to say, where do you spend that money? Remember this, I spent $50 million, and I won. Other people that were running against me spent many times that amount, and they lost, not even close. I won an election.
Will you spend another $50 million in the general or more?
I might. I really might decide to do that.
More of our one-on-one with Donald Trump on the way. He points to the very close polls in Pennsylvania and Ohio tonight. He also weighs in on Hillary Clinton's faith as we ask him what he would like to know about her and religion. And we ask, what would be off limits in going after Clinton in the general election now? That's later tonight on Nightline and tomorrow on GMA. In the meantime, after Hillary Clinton's attack today on Trump and the economy, arguing in her words, we can't let him bankrupt America like we are one of his failed casinos, Donald Trump will come out swinging tomorrow, taking on both Hillary and Bill Clinton. So let's get right to ABC's Cecilia Vega in Columbus, Ohio tonight. Cecilia, quick question on this before we move on. Is the Clinton campaign ready for what's coming? What are they telling you?
Well, David, they say they're not worried. They don't expect Donald Trump to reveal anything about the Clintons that hasn't already been said about them in the past. We are hearing from some Trump sources that he does plan to talk about her role in Benghazi. He will talk about donations made to the Clinton Foundation. But look, you'll remember, it wasn't that long ago that both sides seemed to be friends. You remember that photo from the Trump wedding? They were both there. Today, though, the gloves are off. Hillary Clinton hit Donald Trump for 45 minutes straight here in Ohio. And her aides tonight, David, are telling me there is more to come tomorrow. In another policy speech in North Carolina, they're calling this a 1-2 punch. David.
All right, dueling speeches tomorrow. Cecilia, thank you. In the meantime, to other news tonight, there is a new storm system moving into parts of the east this evening, while in the west right now, heat warnings amid deadly triple-digit temperatures. All of it, of course, fueling more than a dozen wildfires in 7 states. 2 fires side by side north of Los Angeles. The giant plumes of smoke seen over the city skyline there. And this boy helping his family flee their home in the shadow of the fires. Mandatory evacuations for hundreds of people at this hour. And then that other storm. 30 million Americans are in the path in the east. We've got it all covered, beginning with ABC's Matt Gutman on those evacuations right now.
Tonight, those 2 fires perched just outside Metro LA, threatening to merge into one explosive inferno. Aircraft buzzing canyon walls and treetops, the flames seeming to leap up at the choppers. Named the Fish and Reservoir Fires, they've devoured over 5,000 acres in a single day and spewed embers skyward like volcanoes overnight. One of the fires allegedly caused when this pickup crashed off the road.
Mandatory evacuation for the residents.
Officials ordering hundreds to flee their homes. Miselda Ramos now packing up what's most important, her 3 kids.
It's very terrifying to see all the fire, just imagining it coming down.
One of the reasons this fire exploded overnight is because of this terrain. It is incredibly steep here. Now, fire crews haven't been able to make their way up these steep mountain walls, so the only way to fight this fire has been the air attack. With little wind, the heat has kept these fires alive. That heat wave topping out at 118 degrees in Phoenix, blamed for 5 deaths. Paramedics responding to more than 100 calls from those suffering in the blistering temperatures. David, some of the brush that you're seeing around me hasn't burned in decades here, which has made it very hard going for the firefighters here. And they're encountering conditions that they would only expect much later in the season. David.
All right, Matt Gutman with us again tonight. Thanks, Matt. Let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano. We've got storms in the Midwest and in the East, but Rob, you were telling us this heat in the West, we usually don't see this early.
It's extraordinary for June. As a matter of fact, Phoenix didn't even get below 90 last night. Heat advisories there through Thursday. Vegas, you hit a record today. Probably will do it again tomorrow as this heat expands out to the east into Kansas City, into St. Louis, over 100 degrees tomorrow. Those storms in the east today from West Virginia into New Jersey, 80-mile-an-hour winds in South Jersey doing some damage there. And we look for more storms to fire up overnight tonight in the upper Midwest on the doorstep of Chicago tomorrow morning, then lifting north throughout the day. The red and orange zone includes Chicago, Fort Wayne, damaging winds likely there, continuing into the overnight. So a situation we'll have to watch tomorrow.
All right, tracking it through tomorrow. Rob, thanks again. Here in New York City tonight, the Joint Terrorism Task Force was called in for a time after a stunning discovery in a vehicle just outside a major tunnel into New York. Inside the vehicle, this arsenal. Police say they found guns, ammunition, knives, camouflage equipment, and more. They arrested 3 people in the truck. And here tonight, ABC's Gio Benitez.
The arrest taking place during morning rush hour at one of New York City's busiest tunnels. This distinctive truck stopped by police for a cracked windshield, but inside, an arsenal of weapons found. 7 guns, including an AR-type semi-automatic rifle and a shotgun, body armor, knives, 2,000 rounds of ammunition, even a military-grade helmet.
He had the driver exit the vehicle, and when the driver got out, he noticed a .45 caliber handgun on the driver's seat that the driver was sitting on.
But early fears of a terror connection gave way to something else. According to police, the 3 people in the truck said there's a reason for it all. They were on their way to rescue a 16-year-old girl from a New York drug den. It turns out the driver, John Cramsey, just lost his 20-year-old daughter to a suspected heroin overdose, according to a medical examiner. Cramsey, who owns a gun range in Pennsylvania, alluded to his plans to rescue the 16-year-old on Facebook, telling one of his friends, quote, "How about a road trip to New York to do an extraction? Saving a 16-year-old girl is priceless." And David, tonight, Cramsey and those 2 passengers have been charged with illegal gun possession. And in another bizarre twist, police say they found the girl Cramsey was looking for, and they say she told them, "I don't need to be rescued." Police are still investigating. David?
Gio Benitez tonight. Thanks, Gio. To Orlando this evening and this question. Could the nightclub massacre have been prevented? A source close to the investigation now telling ABC News that the gunman's wife told investigators that she saw him leave with a bag of guns that night and that she tried to stop him. ABC's Lindsay Janis is in Orlando.
Tonight, Omar Mateen's wife telling investigators more about the night of the massacre. A source telling ABC News Noor Salman saw her husband leaving the house with a bag of guns, also describing her attempt to stop him from leaving, saying she was, quote, concerned. Soon after, Mateen opened fire inside that nightclub. It was there that the husband and wife exchanged text messages. She seemed to not know where he was. Investigators also revealing that the day before the attack, someone in the Mateen family bought 3 tickets to fly to San Francisco in July. And David, the FBI says it looked into Mateen twice in 2013 and once in 2014, each time finding no evidence to suggest he was a threat. David?
Lindsay Janice, thank you. And to a developing story overseas tonight, the final leg of that life-saving mission to the South Pole, we are now told has been completed. Remember, they're flying in complete darkness, dark 24 hours a day. And look, the small plane making that treacherous 1,500-mile trip from the edge of Antarctica to the research station at the bottom of the world. They have landed on skis over the icy terrain where they've just arrived. At least one worker there is in need of medical help. That rescue crew will now wait 10 hours before deciding when they might head back out. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. We have new reporting tonight after that young actor was killed, trapped between his SUV and his gate. Questions tonight about his Jeep, which had been recalled. The fix had been revealed just days prior. We have much more information on what drivers need to know tonight. Also this evening, the major recall of frozen foods that may be on your dinner table right now. And then the young children out with their father. Suddenly carjacked in the parking lot in their father's car, a woman driving away with the children in the back seat. The father chasing after them. What happens next as we continue here?
I accept I'm not 22. I accept I do a shorter set these days. I even accept I have a higher risk of stroke due to AFib, a type of irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. But I won't play anything less than my best. So if there's something better than warfarin, I'm going for it. Elequis. Elequis reduced the risk of stroke better than warfarin. Plus, it had significantly less major bleeding than warfarin. Elequis had both. And that's what I wanted to hear.
Don't stop taking Elequis unless your doctor tells you to, as stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Elequis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Elequis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking Elequis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for any bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Elequis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
I accept I don't play quite like I used to, but I'm still bringing my best. And going for Elequis.
Reduced risk of stroke, plus less major bleeding. Ask your doctor if switching to Elequis is right for you.
I laugh, I sneeze, there goes my sensitive bladder. Sound familiar? Then you'll love this. Incredible protection in a pad this thin. I didn't think it would work, but it does. It's called Always Discreet. Watch this. The super absorbent core turns liquid to gel for incredible protection that's surprisingly thin. So I know I'm wearing it, but no one else will. Always Discreet for bladder leaks.
Your brain changes as you get older, but Prevagen helps your brain with an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. In clinical trials, Prevagen has been shown to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, the name to remember.
Next tonight, the growing concern across this country over a vehicle recall after the tragic death of that rising star trapped between his SUV and his driveway gate. Here's ABC's Clayton Sandell on the fix that had been revealed just days before the accident.
May I have your attention, please?
Tonight, it's still not clear exactly how actor Anton Yelchin was pinned and killed by his own car, a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. But last summer, federal safety investigators began looking into complaints about the gear shifter in Jeep Grand Cherokees, Chrysler 300s, and Dodge Chargers. By April of this year, Chrysler issued a voluntary recall. Reports of rollaway cars leading to 212 crashes and 41 injuries. But Judy Borland says a month later, she still didn't know about the recall when her car that she thought was in park rolled over her legs. That recall notice arrived a few days later. Chrysler says the shifter design did not fail, blaming the rollaways on drivers who didn't realize their cars weren't in park. The company is now offering a software fix and a new warning system for those recalled cars, but you'll notice in the 2016 model, Chrysler has gone back to a more traditional shifter design.
The bottom line is, what Chrysler has to do is to fix it soon,
and get it right.
And tonight, there are more than 800,000 affected cars that need fixing. Clayton Sandell, ABC News, Denver.
All right, we'll stay on this. When we come back tonight, there is news this evening about a major frozen food recall. Also, the children carjacked in the parking lot, their frantic father chasing after the car on foot. And the new lawsuit tonight against Starbucks about how much they're really pouring into your cup.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and you're talking to your doctor about your medication, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira helping me go further. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for over 13 years.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB. Hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ready for a new chapter? Talk to your rheumatologist. This is Humira at work.
Ask yourself, do you use artificial tears often? Have you been screened for a type of chronic dry eye disease?
Artificial tears give temporary relief, but only Restasis cyclosporin ophthalmic emulsion helps your eyes make tears. With continued use, 1 drop in each eye twice a day, every day, Restasis helps increase your eye's natural ability to produce tears, which may be reduced by inflammation due to chronic dry eye. Restasis did not increase tear production in patients using anti-inflammatory eye drops or tear duct plugs. To help avoid eye injury and contamination, do not touch the vial tip to your eye or other surfaces. Contact lenses should not be worn within 15 minutes of using Restasis. The most common side effect is a temporary burning sensation.
Be your own advocate. Call your eye doctor to get screened and ask about Restasis.
Which you are you? Be the you who doesn't cover your moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Be the you who shows up in that dress, who hugs a friend, who is done with treatments that don't give you clearer skin. Be the you who controls your psoriasis with Stelara. Just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Stelara may lower your ability to fight infections and may increase your risk of infections and cancer. Some serious infections require hospitalization. Before treatment, get tested for tuberculosis. Before starting Stelara, tell your doctor if you think you have an infection or have symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Always tell your doctor if you have any signs of infection, have had cancer, if you develop any new skin growths, or if anyone in your house needs or has recently received a vaccine. Alert your doctor of new or worsening problems, including headaches, seizures, confusion, and vision problems. These may be signs of a rare, potentially fatal brain condition. Some serious allergic reactions can occur. Do not take Stelara if you are allergic to Stelara or any of its ingredients.
Most people using Stelara saw 75% clearer skin, and the majority were rated as cleared or minimal at 12 weeks. Be the you who talks to your dermatologist about Stelara.
Stanley Steemer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steemer, your certified cleaner.
Fact. There's an Advil specially made for fast relief that goes to work in minutes. The only Advil with a rapid release formula for rapid relief of tough pain. Look for Advil film coated in the white box. Relief doesn't get any faster than this. Advil.
To the index of other news tonight, the stolen car with 2 children inside. A father parking at a gas station just outside San Diego, leaving his children in the back seat. Surveillance video showing a woman stealing the car. Their father then chasing after them on foot. He ran back into the store, frantically telling the clerk to call 911. The woman, a stranger, was arrested minutes later. The children were returned to their father unhurt, and we're glad about that. A major food recall tonight. The National Frozen Food Corporation has now issued a voluntary recall of frozen peas and mixed vegetables possibly contaminated with listeria. The products were sold under several brands between last September and June 2nd. There's the list, including Great Value and Bountiful Harvest. No illness reported, but the full list at our website. And to the latte lawsuit tonight, 2 customers in California suing Starbucks for fraud and false advertising. They claim the company knowingly underfills lattes by 25%. A judge allowing the case to move forward tonight. Starbucks says the suit is without merit and, quote, if a customer is not satisfied with their beverage preparation, we will gladly remake it. When we come back tonight, get your smartphone ready. We want you to tweet us a photo because it turns out everyone else is doing it.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. Brought to you by Purina.
They say big can never be good. Purina believes it can. Inspecting every ingredient for quality, that's big. Being confident that your pet's food is 100% safe, that's big too. Spending more healthy years with your best friend, that's amazing. Big is exciting. Daring. For everyone. Pets don't just make life better, they make it bigger. Purina. Live big.
After a long day, Jen stops working. But her Aleve doesn't.
Hey, Mom!
Because Aleve can last 4 hours longer than Tylenol 8 hour. What will you do with your Aleve hours?
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I just want to know for sure that I'm going to like the paint color once it's up.
I told Kelly we have color samples so she could try a little bit of it on her wall first.
Ace is the place for a taste before you buy the whole meal. That's a metaphor. Don't eat me.
You make it sound easy.
It
Wish
is.
me luck.
Good luck. Find your perfect color with sample paints from the Paint Studio at Ace. Get a coupon for $5 off a gallon for every sample you buy. Only at Ace, the helpful place.
Hey, need fast heartburn relief? Try Cool Mint Zantac. It releases a cooling sensation in your mouth and throat. Zantac works in as little as 30 minutes. Nexium can take 24 hours. Try Cool Mint Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Stanley Steemer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steemer, your certified cleaner.
You wouldn't believe what's in this keister. A farmer's market, a fire truck, even a marching band. And if I can get comfortable talking about this keister, then you can get comfortable using Preparation H. For any sort of discomfort in yours, Preparation H. Get comfortable with it.
Hi, I'm Phil Mickelson. I've been fortunate to win on golf's biggest stages. But when joint pain and stiffness from psoriatic arthritis hit, even the smallest things became difficult. So I talked to my rheumatologist, and he prescribed Enbrel to help relieve joint pain and help stop further joint damage.
Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Get back to the things that matter most. Ask how Enbrel can help relieve joint pain and help stop joint damage.
Enbrel, the #1 rheumatologist prescribed biologic.
Next at 6, neighbors on edge after a series of deadly shootings. The latest as police search for answers.
Plus, an ex-NFL player in hot water. We're just learning about his bizarre behavior.
And I'm tracking how long highs are going to stay above 110 in your forecast next at 6.
Finally tonight here, strike a pose. It's National Selfie Day. There's a day for this? Here's ABC's David Wright.
It's a hallmark holiday for the digital age. National Selfie Day. Popes, presidents, and presidential wannabes all getting in on the act. Hollywood stars, too. This remains the most retweeted selfie of all time. If only Bradley's arm was longer. Most popular selfie spots, clearly the ballpark for these sorority sisters. Their selfie game upstaging the ball game. There's Big Ben, Disney World, and at #1, the Eiffel Tower. Bonjour, madame. It just so happens June 21st is also the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. And that may not be a coincidence. And the lighting, that's critical, right? Lighting and the right look. #Blue Steel. David Wright, ABC News, New York.
Gotta love David Wright. Thanks for watching here on a Tuesday night. Tweet us a selfie. Keep it classy. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
ABC 15 Live Desk.
Live Desk.
Here we go again. More flames, more crews protecting our land tonight, and this latest challenge all because a car caught fire. The good news here, the flames are not spreading, but they are creating a mess along I-17 between Black Canyon City and the Bumblebee exit. We've seen traffic backed up for miles. We'll stay on top of it.
And it's not the first time we've seen flames in this area. Back in 2014, an RV caught fire near Sunset Point, sparking the Badger Fire. The flames chewing through about 500 acres, and I-17 was shut down for some time. 5.
A crime alert that is so unsettling, we cannot believe this is happening in the valley.
Yeah, innocent people gunned down, some of them right in the driveway of their own home. All of this happening near 63rd Avenue in Thomas. ABC 15's Melissa Blasius joins us now live in Maryville.
Yeah, and these are pictures here of some of the victims, 5 altogether, the youngest just 12 years old. As Silent Witness ups the reward in these cases today, some neighbors are saying they don't know if it's safe to be in their own front yards now after dark.
I know it's evil.
An unknown evil. That's why so many people are uneasy.
This is our community. This is not acceptable at all. 5 families are impacted forever.
5 innocent people murdered, gunned down in 2 months in one neighborhood.
The first thing I started thinking is that it's an initiation of a gang affiliation, because they call it putting dirt on each individual.
Police have not confirmed that theory or any theory.
Road. Arson investigators believe the other fire started here.
Water-dropping helicopters worked night and day to douse the flames. By this morning, the 2 fires had burned more than 5,000 acres.
Right now, we've got fire burning on 3 sides of us. The flames are slowly making their way down the mountain here. What firefighters are trying to do is stop them before they reach these homes.
LA County Deputy Fire Chief John Tripp says more evacuations could be coming.
We need everybody in those areas to stay in tune with the media and have their wildfire action plan to be ready, set, and go.
Right now is crunch time for firefighters. The winds are expected to pick up again soon and also change direction. Scott, that means it could push the flames right back on more homes.
Carter Evans for us tonight. Carter, thank you. As Carter just mentioned, the Southwest is still a blast furnace. 5 deaths are blamed on the heat just since Sunday. Temperatures dropped today, but not enough to notice. It hit 111 in Phoenix, 101 in Palm Springs, and 121 in Death Valley. Among the coldest places in America was Donald Trump's fundraising operation. Today, campaign finance reports show that the presumptive Republican nominee took in just over $5.5 million last month. That was about a 5th as much as Hillary Clinton's $26 million. The Trump campaign started this month with $1.3 million in the bank, which is less than many candidates for Congress. As Trump donors withheld dollars today, Hillary Clinton questioned his sense. Here's Nancy Cordes.
He's written a lot of books about business. They all seem to end at chapter 11.
Clinton cast her opponent today less as a businessman than a con man who cheated workers and the system.
This is his one move. He makes over-the-top promises that if people stick with him, trust him, listen to him, put their faith in him, he'll deliver for them.
She cited his multiple bankruptcies, failed ventures, and lawsuits.
And a large number were filed by ordinary Americans, painters, waiters, plumbers, people who needed the money and didn't get it. Not because he couldn't pay them, but because he could stiff them.
She argued President Trump would be just as cavalier with the U.S. economy.
So they say, oh, you'll start a trade war. You know what? When you're losing that kind of money, who the hell cares?
Cutting off trade even though it's helped make him rich.
Trump ties are made in China. Trump suits in Mexico. Trump furniture in Turkey.
Her case got a boost from Moody's Analytics, which estimated this week that Trump's economic proposals would cause a lengthy recession, resulting in 3.5 million fewer jobs.
Maybe we shouldn't expect better from someone whose most famous words are, "You're fired."
One of Clinton's main arguments was that Trump would be as free with public debt as he was with private debt. And here's how he responded to that on Twitter, Scott. He said, "I am the king of debt. That has been great for me as a businessman, but is bad for the country. I made a fortune off of debt. We'll fix U.S."
Nancy Cordes reporting for us. Nancy, thank you. Well, Clinton made a point of delivering her speech in Ohio, a must-win state and a place where she is virtually tied with Trump. Late today, Nora O'Donnell, co-host of CBS This Morning, asked Trump for his argument against Clinton.
basically she's crooked Hillary. I mean, when you get right down to it, she will do horribly on the economy. She's going to do a horrible job on jobs, and you look at what's happened when she was Secretary of State, what China did to this country. It was pillage. I mean, they pillaged this country. They did things to us with trade deficits that were unbelievable, and part of that comes out of the Secretary of State. And you look at the kind of rewards she's been given and her husband have been given, very, very unfair and very, very bad for our country. And I think that's why, despite very unfair press, I think that's why I'm doing so well in the polls and am so close in the polls.
But she's got $42 million in the bank. You've got $1 million in the bank. How do you run a ground campaign?
Meaning they've raised, but that's from a filing, in all fairness, that only took into account one day. But again, I don't want to devote the rest of my life to raising money from people. And, you know, when she raises this money, every time she raises money, she's making deals. They're saying, could I be the ambassador to this? Could I do that? Make sure my business is taken care of. I mean, give me a break. All of the money she's raising, that's blood money. That's blood money. Look, she's getting tremendous amounts of money from Wall Street. She's going to take care of Wall Street. She's getting tremendous amounts of money from lots of people. She's going to take care of all those people.
Now, Scott, you heard Mr. Trump also admitted his proposed economic policies are not detailed plans. They're merely the framework of plans, and he is still promising more details. I also pointed out that Fed Chairman Janet Yellen today labeled his debt reduction plan irresponsible. Trump replied, our country is falling apart. We need infrastructure investment, and he says needs a businessman's touch.
Well, speaking of falling apart, we just talked about his campaign fundraising. What did he have to say about that?
He's completely unfazed by it. He says he doesn't want to spend his time raising a lot of money. He says, what's Hillary Clinton going to do with that $1 billion? It will be blood money, in his words. I met his campaign finance chair who was there today at the interview. He's got a fundraiser planned tonight. He says he's going to rely on the Republican National Committee in part for fundraising and for the ground game.
Norah O'Donnell, co-host of CBS This Morning, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Norah will have more of her news-making interview with Donald Trump tomorrow. Don't miss CBS This Morning. Trump has criticized Muslims for not reporting other Muslims who might be plotting attacks like the one in Orlando. Mohammed Malik says today that he did warn the FBI about the nightclub shooter Omar Mateen. And today, Malik told his story to our David Begnaud.
The fact that this person was a Muslim, and also that he was a Muslim from my community and somebody that I knew. Very, very, very disturbing.
Mohammed Malik met Omar Mateen 10 years ago. They attended the same mosque in Fort Pierce, Florida, 2 hours south of Orlando.
Most of our conversations were religious-based, but nothing radical or homophobic or hate-related.
Another man who attended the same mosque was 22-year-old Monir Abu Salah. He was influenced by the radical Islamic cleric Anwar al-Awlaki and became the first known American suicide bomber in Syria.
Do you believe there was a connection between Omar Mateen and Abu Salah, who became the suicide bomber?
Many people will not believe this and are reluctant to do so, but it is truly a coincidence.
Shortly after that, Malik says he heard Mateen talking about Awlaki's videos. It concerned him so much, he called the FBI.
He told me they were very powerful.
And that for you was troubling?
That raised the red flag even higher for me.
The FBI did investigate Mateen for the second time in 2 years and cleared him of any suspicion. Malik says the FBI never asked about Mateen again, but did contact him about the Muslim community.
Was he ever there for teaching that would have been considered radical?
Absolutely not. These people that have committed these acts have radicalized on their own, not through the mosque.
I want to protect our citizens.
Malik has gone public with his story because of recent comments made by Donald Trump, who argues the Muslim community isn't doing enough.
He says a lot of stuff, I believe, without factual evidence. I mean, the FBI is saying the complete opposite of what he says, that we do come forward and we help. I'm an example of that. I came forward and I try to do the right thing.
We also learned today Omar Mateen entered the Pulse nightclub in Orlando at least once before he started his massacre. Scott, law enforcement sources tell us Mateen got a wristband, which enabled him to come and go as he wanted. He left at one point, returned about 2 hours later, and started shooting.
David Begnaud, thanks. Well, ISIS is losing its grip on the Iraqi city of Fallujah, but the fighting there continues. It's a major test of whether the U.S.-supported Iraqi government can reclaim Iraq from ISIS. ISIS held the city of 300,000 people for 2 years, and now a U.S. military advisor says about a third of Fallujah is secure. Charlie D'Agata has been covering the battle.
Iraqi gunners fired towards ISIS machine gun positions near the heart of the city. The militants retaliated with mortars as a column of Iraqi army Humvees inched forward. As residents still trapped inside Fallujah scrambled to get out. Tank Commander Colonel Abdullah al-Shamra told us the ISIS tactic of hiding among civilians has slowed his progress. It's hard to thread the needle with a tank.
I can't kill the children. I can't kill the old women. You know, all of them, like my father, my grandfather, my sisters.
Advancing soldiers face what one commander called a spider's web of homemade bombs and nests of snipers. One bullet tore through the leg of soldier Haider Moeen Abbas, who seemed more annoyed that he had to stop fighting. Others won't return. While we were here, an ambulance pulled up with a soldier inside. They didn't want us to film it, but what happened was the soldier had walked into a booby-trapped house, a bomb went off, and he didn't make it. These Iraqi special forces just finished 17 days of intense urban warfare. What was the most difficult part of it? The street-by-street fighting is tough, he said, so we decided to fight like them, and now we're beating them at their own game. As the sun began to sink, we found a group of hungry young soldiers settling down to their first meal all day. Battle-hardened and weary, having driven ISIS out of 2 other cities, it's a brief respite as the fight for Fallujah drags on. Today, the U.S. State Department pledged another $20 million in humanitarian aid, Scott, to help tens of thousands of residents who fled the city since the assault began last month, now in urgent need of food, water, and shelter.
Charlie D'Agata back from the battlefield and in London for us tonight. Charlie, thank you. Coming up next on the CBS Evening News, is federal policy hindering efforts to protect children from lead? And later, a rescue at the bottom of the world.
Think fixing your windshield is a big hassle? Not with Safelite. This family needed their windshield replaced, but their daughter's heart was set on going to the zoo. So we said, if you need Safelite to come to the zoo, we'll come to the zoo. Oh yeah, we can fix that. Only Safelite can fix your windshield anywhere in the U.S. with our exclusive mobile glass shops and our one-of-a-kind True Seal technology for a reliable bond. Thanks so much. Service that fits your schedule. That's another Safelite advantage.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Hey, need fast heartburn relief? Try Cool Mint Zantac. It releases a cooling sensation in your mouth and throat. Zantac works in as little as 30 minutes. Nexium can take 24 hours. Try Cool Mint Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
After a long day, Dave stops working, but his Aleve doesn't. Because Aleve can last 4 hours longer than Tylenol 8 hours. What will you do with your Aleve hours?
Burn relief, itch relief, ouch relief. New Gold Bond Pain and Itch Relief with lidocaine. Max strength lidocaine numbs away pain and itch. Gold Bond, relief starts now. Try Gold Bond medicated eczema relief cream to relieve 5 frustrating symptoms of eczema.
I've been blind since birth. I go through periods where it's hard to sleep at night and stay awake during the day.
Learn about Non-24 by calling 844-844-2424 or visit my24info.com.
You'd think popular travel websites show you all hotels, right? Well, they don't. Actually, you're kind of hotel blind. Different websites show you different hotels. Some websites may only show you these, while some apps show you those. But because Trivago compares hundreds of sites, Trivago shows you a better overview of available hotels. And that's one more way Trivago helps you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
We've done a good deal of reporting about lead in the water of Flint, Michigan. Well, tonight, Dean Reynolds is looking at a greater danger to children, lead paint, used in homes for decades. We were surprised to learn that the federal government is aware of lead in homes that it rents to the poor, but it has a policy of waiting until a child is harmed before it gets the lead out.
Over the course of his difficult life, 6-year-old Mikhail McMullen has had his blood tested more than 30 times. And it's never been easy. It's been a routine ever since elevated levels of lead were found in Mikhail's blood.
When did he start having health problems?
He started having health problems around 16 months. What we play? Simon Says?
Nowadays, Mikhail is a slow learner with a speech impediment and attention disorders. Tolanda McMullen is his mother.
Do you feel betrayed?
Yes, I feel betrayed. I feel robbed.
Because almost everywhere she's lived in Chicago, it's been in subsidized housing where lead-based paint is a common threat.
Right along here?
The Department of Housing and Urban Development provides rent subsidies for the McMullens and millions of other poor families across the country. But HUD regulations say a child must actually be lead poisoned before any repairs are required or moves approved. More than 2.5 million HUD-subsidized homes have hazardous levels of lead, but HUD's measurement of the danger is 4 times higher than what's recommended by the Centers for Disease Control. HUD, which declined our request for an on-camera interview, has proposed to bring its standard into line with the tougher CDC position, but regulatory review takes a long time.
Deteriorating.
When we visited the McMullens, chipping and flaking lead-based paint was easy to spot at their home's threshold. Emily Benfer is a law professor at Loyola University and the McMullens' attorney.
In federally assisted housing, families are being forced to choose between lead poisoning and the brain damage it causes or homelessness and life on the streets.
You want to take that with you?
A few weeks ago, Tolanda McMullen chose homelessness. She and Mikhail moved to a shelter June 3rd and are now hoping HUD can find them a safe place to live. Dean Reynolds, CBS News, Chicago.
When we come back, a dangerous mission of mercy at the South Pole.
Fact. There's an Advil specially made for fast relief that goes to work in minutes. The only Advil with a rapid release formula for rapid relief of tough pain. Look for Advil film coated in the white box. Relief doesn't get any faster than this. Advil.
Introducing Clear Eyes Pure Relief. Preservative-free drops kept sterile by a built-in purifying filter. Because what stays out of here, stays out of here. Clear Eyes. Pure relief goes in and nothing else.
My experience with USAA is awesome. Homeowners insurance, life insurance, automobile insurance. I spent 20 years active duty. They still refer to me as gunnery sergeant when I call. Being a USAA member because of my service in the military, to pass that on to my kids, something that makes me happy. My name is Roger Zapata and I'm a USAA member for life.
USAA. We know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Jay knows how to keep his wheels spinning.
My shorts, Dad. They don't make them in adult sizes.
This is what the pros wear. Look at the lines. Look at the other line.
That's why he starts his day with those 2 scoops in deliciously heart-healthy Kellogg's Raisin Brain.
Ready to eat my dust?
Too bad I already filled up on raisins.
By taking steps towards a healthy heart, Jay knows he'll be ready for the turns ahead.
Hey, don't forget to put up your kickstand.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran. And try Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch, now with more crunchy clusters.
What I love about the Tempur-Breeze bed is cool. So you're not too hot, too cold. It's like perfect.
You just get in and it naturally adapts to your body and creates the perfect temperature for you.
Sleep cooler. Wake more refreshed. Discover the new Tempur-Breeze.
Need deep, long-lasting pain relief? Try Salonpas Deep Relieving Gel. 3 powerful medicines penetrate and treat pain for up to 8 hours. Need faster relief? Try Salonpas Jet Spray. Works on contact, freezing pain fast. Salonpas.
My belly pain and constipation? They keep telling me, drink more water.
Exercise more. I know that.
Try laxatives? I know. Believe me, it's like I've tried everything.
My chronic constipation keeps coming back. I know that. Tell me something I don't know.
Linzess works differently from laxatives. Linzess treats adults with IBS with constipation or chronic constipation. It can help relieve your belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements that are easier to pass. Do not give Linzess to children under 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to 17. It may harm them. Don't take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor about managing your symptoms proactively with Linzess.
Tonight, a daring rescue attempt is being made at the bottom of the world. A small plane flew 9 hours, 1,500 miles, to a science station at the South Pole. A sick worker there needs to be evacuated, but winter just began. It's 74 degrees below zero and dark. A de Havilland twin otter, similar to this one, is one of the few planes that can operate in that weather. The crew hopes to fly out early tomorrow. Coming soon to your smartphone, 72 new emojis approved today by the agency that regulates such things. Among them, the rolling on the floor laughing emoji, all kinds of animals and vegetables, a dancer who looks to us a lot like John Travolta, a pregnant woman, and if you've had enough, the raised hand emoji. We really like them, and we'll be right back.
I'm Phil Mickelson, pro golfer. My psoriatic arthritis caused joint pain.
Just like my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
And I was worried about joint damage.
My doctor said joint pain from RA can be a sign of existing joint damage that could only get worse. He prescribed Enbrel to help relieve pain and help stop further damage.
Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Joint pain and damage
can go side by side. Ask how Enbrel can help relieve joint pain and help stop joint damage.
Enbrel, the #1 rheumatologist-prescribed biologic.
I made a bet with him. He thinks no one loves Consumer Cellular as much as he does.
Oh, yeah? Then why do you think they keep getting the highest consumer satisfaction ratings?
Their plans start at just $10 a month.
And no contracts.
Yeah.
Consumer Cellular has been providing AARP members with great service since 2008, and members get special discounts.
So other people love Consumer Cellular as much as I do?
Millions. Now through the end of June, get a $20 credit. Call, go online, or visit a Target or Sears store today.
Fight heartburn fast with Tums Chewy Delights. The mouth-watering soft chew that goes to work in seconds to conquer heartburn fast. Chewy Delights, only from Tums.
I'm terrible at golf.
He is.
But I'd like to keep being terrible at golf for as long as I can.
New patented Ensure Live has HMB, plus 20 grams of protein to help rebuild muscle for the strength and energy to do what you love. New Ensure Live. Always be you.
Damn, my feet are killing me.
Same time tomorrow, fellas? New Dr. Scholls Stimulating Step Insoles. They massage key pressure points with each step for all-day comfort that keeps you feeling more energized.
He's got skills.
New Dr. Scholls Stimulating Step Insoles.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Perfect.
No tickets, no accidents.
That is until one of you clips a food truck, ruining your perfect record.
Yeah.
Now, you would think your insurance company would cut you some slack, right?
No, if your insurance rates go through the roof, your perfect record doesn't get you anything.
Anything.
Perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, honey.
Yes, dear?
You're washing that baked-down Alfredo by hand, right?
Yes, dear.
Dish issues? Cascade Platinum powers through your toughest stuck-on food, so let your dishwasher be the dishwasher.
This turned out great.
Cascade.
Be there when the journey ends.
I'm not
afraid this is where our partnership ends.
Quiet, John.
Finally tonight, investigators have closed the case of 3 civil rights workers who were murdered in Mississippi. Correspondent Bill Plant covered the crime for CBS News more than half a century ago.
They called it Freedom Summer, 1964, a drive to registered blacks long denied the right to vote. At a rally, Andrew Goodman heard what would become his fate.
They should expect to spend in jail, and that they should expect possibly somebody to get killed.
Then 52 years ago tonight, Goodman, James Earl Cheney, and Michael Schwerner were murdered, taken by the Ku Klux Klan with the help of a sheriff's deputy, shot at point-blank range, and buried. Their disappearance shocked the nation and captured the eye of Norman Rockwell, who created this haunting image for Look magazine. I was one of the swarm of reporters sent to Mississippi. In Chicago, where I grew up, racism was easier to ignore. In Philadelphia, Mississippi, it was up close and personal. We were outsiders, met with hostility. President Johnson sent the FBI and was briefed regularly by Director J. Edgar Hoover.
Apparently what's happened, these men have been killed.
Well, now what would make you think they've been killed?
Because of the fact that it is the same car that they were in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
The bodies of the 3 men would be found together 6 weeks later. The names Cheney, Goodman, and Schwerner joined those of more than 100 other victims, from Emmett Till to Jimmy Lee Jackson, whose deaths would be investigated again after the passing of a new federal law in 2006. 41 years after the 3 civil rights workers were killed, the state of Mississippi won a manslaughter conviction against one more of the Klansmen. It would be the last conviction. Most of those who knew anything have died. The case that became known as Mississippi Burning is now officially closed. But there's something else. In Goodman's last words to his parents, found on a postcard, "All my love, words that heal." Bill Plant, CBS News, Washington.
And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, good night.
We always ask on every story, is it right? Is it fair? Is it honest? That's when we know we can report the facts.
The CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley. Coming up, a Valley community on edge.
You gotta be evil to do this, because you see that it's women and children.
Extra steps police are taking today to search for clues in a string of unsolved murders. Valley fans standing out in the heat to see their favorite superstar. How the music venue is giving them some relief.
My mom said to drink some Gatorade so I don't pass out.
CBS 5 News starts now.
Just into our CBS 5 newsroom, the firefighters working extra hard on this hot day. They just put out a fire at the Cave Creek Smokehouse, an iconic Silver Spur saloon. Now, this fire started in an air conditioning unit and moved into the attic. The crews from Phoenix, Scottsdale, and rural Metro quickly put those flames out. It's still too early to tell how much damage was caused to that restaurant. We have new information on the Sunset Fire that was burning along I-17 north of the valley.
Yeah, fire crews actually have a good handle on the fire, and they are sending a lot of their resources home. We're told this started as a vehicle fire. A viewer sent us video of that van that you saw right there. That is what may have started it all. The fire burned on the east side of I-17 and Bumblebee.
Our Penguin Air and Plumbing news chopper was overhead when air tankers were fighting the flames. The fire burned at least 40 acres, maybe more. It even shut down one lane of northbound I-17, slowing traffic in that area. No structures were ever threatened. Some fire crews will remain there.
On Fox, and watch anytime on Fox Now.
That's the kind of talent that we thrive on working with.
MasterChef season premiere 1 week from tonight on Fox.
Join the rebellion to save humanity in the season premiere of Wayward Pines next.
Viewer discretion is advised.
My name is Ben Burke.
Happy birthday, sweetie.
My father...
I have asthma, one of many pieces in my life. So when my asthma symptoms kept coming back on my long-term control medicine, I talked to my doctor and found a missing piece in my asthma treatment with Breo.
Once daily Breo prevents asthma symptoms. Breo's for adults with asthma not well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Breo won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Breo opens up airways to help improve breathing for a full 24 hours. Breo contains a type of medicine that increases the risk of death from asthma problems and may increase the risk of hospitalization in children and adolescents. Breo is not for people whose asthma is well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Once your asthma is well controlled, your doctor will decide if you can stop Breo and prescribe a different asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Do not take Breo more than prescribed. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
Ask your doctor if 24-hour Breo could be a missing piece for you. See if you're eligible for 12 months free at mybreo.com.
It's time for some straight talk. If you've ever been lured in by a low-price wireless plan, then there's not enough high-speed data, or your bill is packed with overages and mystery fees, stop falling for it. With Straight Talk's Unlimited plan, you get America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks, no contract, no tricks, and 5 gigs of high-speed data for just $45 a month. It's time to ask yourself, why haven't I switched? Get a Samsung Galaxy S7 or bring your own phone. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Coconut and curry.
I never would have thought of that.
Oh, I love this.
This yogurt is so rich.
Creamy.
I love the cashews.
You can taste the coconut.
It's a nice combination.
Cashews.
Oh, there you go.
This is amazing.
No, you can't have a bite of mine. Introducing chef-level snacking. Fage crossovers. Coconut curry Greek yogurt with cashews.
Look, this isn't easy for me either, but it just feels right.
This isn't how we raised you.
You never wanted to try it.
Enough.
You must have known I was a little different.
Not this different.
Start your own legacy with the power of Infiniti. Now through June 30th, lease the QX50 for $319 a month.
We stop arthritis pain so you don't have to stop. Tylenol 8-hour arthritis pain has 2 layers of pain relief. The first is fast. The second lasts all day. We give you your day back. What you do with it is up to you. Tylenol.
How are you doing today?
That's how I am.
American Express presents the Blue Cash Everyday Card with cash back on purchases.
My only concern is that this is where we put food and...
A dog's foot is cleaner than a human's mouth. That's what they say. Is it cleaner than my mouth?
Get cash back with American Express.
From the creators of The Good Wife, Brain Dead, a political thriller with a twist.
We think we can save the country, Senator.
This job now requires the insane, and I am she.
People are getting weird. Brain Dead premieres Monday, June 13th.
It's like a breakdown. Obviously. I don't want to I just want a cigarette so bad.
There are 2 kinds of people in this world. The haves and the have-dones. Haves, have-done. Haves, have-done. At Groupon, we applaud the have-dones. For they know what they've done, they will always have. If you're going to own something, own the experience. Groupon.
Siri, open the NBA app.
Here he is over Jackson.
That's the guy you're playing in this movie. Cold-blooded assassin.
So what part of you hurts the most?
What does it matter to you? You're playing young Kobe.
I'm playing you all the way through now. I mean, with prosthetics and stuff like that. Siri, play The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Fast forward 20 minutes and 36 seconds. Now, that's the guy I'm playing in this movie.
Get out of my trailer.
Okay, you got it.
With Rubbermaid's Fresh Vent technology, your produce stays fresh up to 80% longer, keeping it nearly as fresh as the day it was picked. The new FreshWorks Produce Saver from Rubbermaid.
It's Macy's Memorial Day mattress sale, with specials now through Monday on mattresses from Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and more. Get a Sealy Firm Queen mattress for $149, a Serta Perfect Sleeper Firm Queen set for $399, or a Beautyrest Plush Queen set for $499. Plus, get special financing on a mattress purchase of $499 or more on your Macy's card. Macy's Memorial Day mattress sale.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot.
IHOP's new bakery favorites. Try cupcake pancakes filled with festive rainbow sprinkles, or our delicious chocolatey red velvet crepes. New bakery favorites. Another great reason to come together over breakfast at IHOP.
I just want a cigarette so bad.
Last summer, the wild inherited the earth.
That man has the same mutation as animals.
But the deadliest animal of all is about to be unleashed.
Looks like he's turning into the perfect predator.
From author James Patterson.
My God.
Soon, premiere CBS June 28th.
First 10 minutes is all you need. You're welcome. CBS 5 News at 10.
One, or two, or both. Because at VisionWorks, when you buy a pair of glasses, you get a second pair at no additional cost. Go to visionworks.com/deals for your coupon. It's all about helping you be a better you. VisionWorks.
Save big during Honda's Memorial Day sales event. Right now, get more for less with absolutely zero out-of-pocket on a new CR-V. Every CR-V is on sale with zero down payment, zero first month's payment, and zero security deposit. Absolutely zero down. Or get the CR-V, the #1 selling SUV, for just $219 a month with available Honda Lane Watch, forward collision warning, power tailgate, and more. Save big this week at your Valley Honda dealers.
With Prism TV from CenturyLink, you can get over 320 channels, whole home DVR, plus you can watch on your devices. And the best part is, you don't have to deal with cable.
We love not having cable, but Paul, babe, when was this headshot taken?
Oh, I don't know. Recently, I guess?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, recently? Recently.
Feel like a Hollywood insider with Prism TV from CenturyLink.
For $69.95, you can get 2 complete pairs of glasses at VisionWorks Yellow Tag Clearance, plus 25% off all lens upgrades. Find 2 new looks you love for just $69.95. VisionWorks.
So you have 20 more bags.
My yoga instructor calls it the death spiral. I call it living the dream.
American Express presents the Blue Cash Everyday Card with cash back on purchases and no annual fee. Get cash back with American Express.
Our bacteria family's been on this cushion for generations.
All right, kiddos, everybody off the backpack. We made it to the ottoman.
I like to watch them clean, but they'll never get me on the mattress.
Finally, there's a disinfectant mist designed for sofas, mattresses, and more. Introducing new Lysol Max Cover. Its innovative cap has a 2 times wider spray that kills 99.9% of bacteria. Max Cover is another great way to Lysol that.
Seresto makes it easy to help protect your dog or cat from fleas and ticks. With the performance you expect from a monthly topical in a non-greasy collar, Seresto kills and repels fleas and ticks for 8 continuous months. Seresto from Bayer.
Nexium 24-Hour introduces new, easy-to-swallow tablets. So now there are more ways for more people to experience complete protection from frequent heartburn. Nexium 24-Hour, the easy-to-swallow tablet, is here.
taken.
Not that one.
Oh, my God.
We're like a power couple,
No,
dude.
no.
Like Taylor Swift and whoever she's dating right now. We're like Han and Chewie.
Rated PG-13.
Real meal for $5. 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 Finger licking, finger licking, finger licking. Good.
A parent's nightmare.
Why risk taking a child that stands out?
An unforgettable season finale.
We're not about to let this end in tragedy.
Another new Criminal Minds Beyond Borders next.
Honey, did you order a walking Norman Rockwell painting?
Hey, little sister.
Garrett? Oh my God.
The Silver Bells killer committed 6 murders.
We are not a family of psychopaths.
Why wait? Get your 7-day forecast in the first 10 minutes, only on CBS 5 News at 10.
Exciting news from the QT Kitchens. Now our fresh, delicious pizzas are available in an extra large size. That's right, extra large carry-out pizzas made by hand and baked fresh to order at QT. Choose cheese, pepperoni, supreme, even our breakfast pizza. Or build your own just how you like it. All made fresh right before your eyes, and fresh is good. Think fresh, think made to order, think Quick Trip.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see, thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true, Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The new, meticulously crafted 2016 Terrain Denali from GMC. This is the precision of professional grade. Or during the GMC Memorial Day sales event, current lessees switch to GMC and get this low-mileage lease on this Terrain SLE1 for around $199 per month.
Why is it that every day seems like just another day of too much to do today? Make today not one of those days at Peter Piper Pizza. Grab a slice on dough made fresh daily. Enjoy a salad. Dig into some wings. Cool down. Play some games. Have a laugh. Unplug, then reconnect at Peter Piper Pizza. 2 types of pepperoni and 1 extremely good deal. Get 2 large extreme pepperoni pizzas for only $22.99 at Peter Piper Pizza. Peter Piper Pizza. Everyone grab a slice.
What if you didn't have a car payment this summer? Would you go on a relaxing getaway? Or an exciting summer adventure? Well, the Summers on Us sales event from Kia is back, with 0 payments due for 5 months, including your first 2 months on us. Plus, get 0% financing on the one-of-a-kind Soul, or the high-tech Forte hatchback and sedan, all backed by a 10-year warranty. So spend your savings having more summer fun. Hurry into your Kia dealer today for the Summers on Us sales event.
Before fibromyalgia, I was active.
I was energetic. Then the chronic, widespread pain drained my energy. My doctor said moving more helps ease fibromyalgia pain. He also prescribed Lyrica.
Fibromyalgia is thought to be the result of overactive nerves. Lyrica is believed to calm these nerves.
For some, Lyrica can significantly relieve fibromyalgia pain and improve function, so I feel better.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worsening depression, or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
With less pain, I can be more active.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Here's how it feels to have America's fastest LTE network. Here's how it feels to get 50% off most national carrier rates, too. So imagine how it feels to switch to Sprint and buy an iPhone 6s and get another one free when you add a second line. Plus, try us out for 30 days. If you're not satisfied, we'll refund your money.
It's not a quick fix.
It's my decision to make beauty last. Rock Retinol started visibly reducing my fine lines and wrinkles in 1 week. And the longer I use it, the better it works. Retinol correction from Rock. Methods, not miracles.
I've got allergies. And I'm doing just fine.
Claritin provides 24-hour relief of symptoms that can be triggered by over 200 allergens.
Yeah, over 200 allergens. With Claritin, my allergies don't come between me and victory. Live Claritin Clear.
Hi.
Hey.
I've made plans for later in case the state doesn't go well.
Same here.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone said what they meant? The Citi Double Cash Card does. Earn 1% cash back when you buy and 1% as you pay. Double means double.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
My old grill died.
Ace is the place that brings you the hottest names in grills. Literally brings it to your house ready to go.
Get free assembly and delivery on all grills, $3.99 and up, now through Memorial Day.
New this summer.
No running in the Capitol, ma'am. No fast walking either.
The creators of The Good Wife.
You'll investigate your complaints and satisfy any that you can. It's my first day, so go easy on me. Nice dog.
Bring you their take on Washington, D.C.
Senators, what on God's green earth is the holdup?
Simple. The Democrat Party.
It's Democratic.
Not lately.
Where politics as usual.
Don't be afraid to use my power.
Take an extraordinary twist.
My husband, Randall, he's not who he was. I found this.
Randall, what's wrong?
If I were you, I'd run.
Brace yourself for the epic television event.
Something weird is going on.
They're inside me!
It's gonna be fine. Where were you?
Watching a man's head explode.
Brain Dead.
God, I hate politics.
Premieres Monday, June 13th.
Last summer, a genetic mutation
Dark in the sea.
turned animals into hunters.
We're trying to stop this thing.
But now, the threat has evolved.
The mutation is spread to humans.
Author James Patterson. Premieres CBS June 28th.
Don't miss Criminal Minds Beyond Borders. Next, only CBS.
Steven's all new with X-Men star James McAvoy, plus physicist Brian Greene, tonight.
Over 68 million Americans leave the safety of our borders every year.
Criminal Minds Beyond Borders.
You think maybe they saw something they shouldn't have?
Then they're definitely in trouble. And they need our help.
Sponsored by the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. Imported from Detroit.
People often ask me, they're like, Jim, your dad brand's so strong. What can I do? The most important thing I've taught my children is that they have to do things themselves. I don't want my kids to be part of this lazy culture that doesn't do things. That's why I bring them out here and I beat them at tennis. I mean, the 4-year-olds and 3-year-olds are horrible. Probably the best gift I could give my children is to have them lose to me. That's what a dad brand's about.
Before I had the shooting, burning of diabetic nerve pain, these feet were the first in my family to graduate from college and trained as a nurse. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor, and he prescribed Lyrica.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these new or worsening depression or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Seresto makes it easy to help protect your dog or cat from fleas and ticks. With the performance you expect from a monthly topical in a non-greasy collar, Seresto kills and repels fleas and ticks for 8 continuous months. Seresto from Bayer.
It's Macy's Memorial Day mattress sale with specials now through Monday on mattresses from Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and more. Get a Sealy Firm Queen mattress for $149, a Serta Perfect Sleeper Firm Queen set for $399, or a Beautyrest Plush Queen set for $499. Plus, get special financing on a mattress purchase of $499 or more on your Macy's card. Macy's Memorial Day mattress sale.
In the summertime when the weather is hot.
Siri, open the NBA app.
Here he is over Jackson.
That's the guy you're playing in this movie. Cold-blooded assassin.
So what part of you hurts the most?
What does it matter to you? You're playing young Kobe.
I'm playing you all the way through now. I mean, with prosthetics and stuff like that. Siri, play The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Fast forward 20 minutes and 36 seconds. Now, that's the guy I'm playing in this movie.
Get out of my trailer.
Okay, you got it.
No one knows what's gotten into the heads of our leaders, but this summer...
You think we can save the country? We can try.
One epic television event...
People are staring at us.
...will give you a clue.
Bugs are eating people's brains.
From the creators of The Good Wife comes a political thriller with a twist.
Something weird is going on.
Rain Day premieres Monday, June 13th.
Question. Are my teeth yellow? Have you tried the tissue test? Oh, yellow. What do you use? Crest White Strips. Crest 3D White Strips whiten 25 times better than a leading whitening toothpaste. I passed the tissue test. Oh, yeah. Crest White Strips are the way to whiten.
There is a family in London that desperately needs our help.
No new cases. Please trust me.
There has never been a family that we refuse to help. We don't run from fights.
This one's different. I had a vision of your dad.
She needs our help!
The Conjuring 2, rated R.
Goodbye, Fix Sunscreen. Hello, Coppertone Clearly Sheer. It provides beach-level protection that's ultra-light to let your skin breathe. Coppertone Clearly Sheer. Hello, sunshine.
Real meal for $5. 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 Finger licking, finger licking, finger licking.
The new Chase Freedom Unlimited card earns you unlimited 1.5% cash back on everything you buy. The cash back is unlimited, and you can spend it on anything, like whatever the next ad is selling. Get the new Chase Freedom Unlimited card.
Our bacteria family's been on this cushion for generations.
All right, kiddos, everybody off the backpack. We made it to the ottoman.
I like to watch them clean, but they'll never get me on the mattress.
Finally, there's a disinfectant mist designed for sofas, mattresses, and more. Introducing new Lysol Max Cover. Its innovative cap has a 2 times wider spray that kills 99.9% of bacteria. Max Cover is another great way to Lysol that.
Here's how it feels to have America's fastest LTE network. Here's how it feels to get 50% off most national carrier rates, too. So imagine how it feels to switch to Sprint and buy an iPhone 6s and get another one free when you add a second line. Plus, try us out for 30 days. If you're not satisfied, we'll refund your money.
Join Julie Chen for fun in the sun.
Yeah, baby!
Big Brother returns CBS this summer.
Honey, did you order a walking Norman Rockwell painting?
Hey, little sister.
Garrett?
Oh my God.
Silver Bell's killer committed 6 murders.
We are not a family of psychopaths.
There is nothing in the world that means more to me than my family.
This could go a million different ways. You feel guilty. You can't think like that.
I don't think my children are giving me the whole story.
My family needs this to end.
Then your family should start telling the truth.
Allergies with nasal congestion? Find fast relief behind the counter with Claritin D. Strut past that aisle for the allergy relief that starts working in as little as 30 minutes and contains the best oral decongestant. Live Claritin Clear with Claritin D.
I accept I'm not 22. I accept I do a shorter set these days. I even accept I have a higher risk of stroke due to AFib, a type of irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. But I won't play anything less than my best. So if there's something better than warfarin, I'm going for it. Eliquis. Eliquis reduced the risk of stroke better than warfarin. Plus, it had significantly less major bleeding than warfarin. Eliquis had both. And that's what I wanted to hear.
Don't stop taking Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to, as stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for any bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
I accept I don't play quite like I used to, but I'm still bringing my best. I'm going for Eliquis.
Reduced risk of stroke, plus less major bleeding. Ask your doctor if switching to Eliquis is right for you.
Detectives said he was the I-10 shooter.
Tonight, watch the interrogation for yourself. See if you agree.
I'm telling you, the God on the shoot.
Fined for calling 911 in the Valley.
Then save money on pool care.
Our own Carlos Diaz shows you do-it-yourself secret.
All the news you need, plus your 7-day forecast in the first 10 minutes.
CBS 5 News is next.
I'm fire. I grill the chicken for our new double chicken salads at El Pollo Loco. Real fire. Plus, citrus marinated chicken equals flavor times flavor.
Twice the chicken, twice the flavor.
That's 4 times the mmm. Try our new double chicken salads. Fresh from the grill.
You can check on them. You can worry about them. You can even choose a car for them.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Love.
We're okay.
It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Right now, get 0% APR financing on the 2016 Subaru Forester.
Smokey.
Want a ride?
Mike, Jenny. Couldn't let you go without saying goodbye.
Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in.
Come see us at La Mesa RV during our blowout sale. This new Winnebago Spider is loaded with equipment. Save over $14,000, now just $39,998 or just $253 per month. It's an RV blowout sale at La Mesa RV in Phoenix and Mesa.
Our new 3-course family meal with choice of salad is here, Miguel.
Yeah, fuego.
It's time to roll up our sleeves. I know, I don't have sleeves, but together we can prepare El Pollo Loco's fire grilled chicken. Try El Pollo Loco's 3-course family meal. Fresh from the grill.
The cost-cutting move by some insurance companies, and it could be putting you and anybody else in your car at risk. What you need to ask before any work gets done on your ride. Tonight at 9 on 3TV.
How long can you wear your shoes before corns, calluses, and bunions make them unbearable? Introducing Dr. Scholl's cushions with advanced Duragel technology. They provide a thin, flexible layer between your shoes and foot pain, so you can move with confidence. New Dr. Scholl's cushions.
We only have 15 seconds to show you how the new Papermate Inkjoy gel pens dry 3 times faster than the leading gel pen. So we asked everyone we know to help out. See? No smears. New Papermate Inkjoy gel pens.
As our business is growing and you're on the road all day long, it's exhausting.
Hi, how are you? And then you're on the 4th floor.
Thank you so much. Hey, sweetie, how are you? It's important to stay at a hotel and a lot to offer. That's great. And the Holiday Inn has really been that.
Holiday Inn has been a part of the team.
Good luck with the meeting today.
Thank you. Yeah, I really think small business is tough. It's better to have friends out there.
Have a great day. Appreciate it.
It makes life on the road much easier.
Now, members get more savings with your rate at holidayinn.com.
Listerine kills 99% of bad breath germs for a 100% fresh smell. With breath so fresh, it's no wonder Listerine users feel ready enough to be in a magician's act. Kill 99% of bad breath germs, feel 100% in life. Bring out the bow!
It's time for some straight talk. If you've ever been lured in by a low-price wireless plan, then there's not enough high-speed data, or your bill is packed with overages and mystery fees, stop falling for it. With Straight Talk's Unlimited plan, you get America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks, no contract, no tricks, and 5 gigs of high-speed data for just $45 a month. It's time to ask yourself, why haven't I switched? Get a Samsung Galaxy S7 or bring your own phone. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Seresto makes it easy to help protect your dog or cat from fleas and ticks. With the performance you expect from a monthly topical in a non-greasy collar, Seresto kills and repels fleas and ticks for 8 continuous months. Seresto from Bayer.
Tonight on an all-new Cool Bear,
I'm picking up someone's brain thoughts.
Stephen reads minds with X-Men star James McAvoy, plus Nick Swartzen and physicist Brian Greene. Tonight. No! I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad.
What a cigarette.
LAPD, hope you're decent.
We may have an international fugitive on our hands.
We know exactly where they are.
Drop your weapon!
Don't move! Tell me what I want to hear.
In case you haven't figured it out yet, you're under arrest.
Major Crimes season premiere, Monday, June 13th.
A new phone, a new car, a new job. People like new things. And here's something else new we know you'll like. A whole new approach to the nighttime news. CBS 5 now brings you the answers you need for tomorrow in the first 10 minutes. 10 minutes is nothing. That's only 600 seconds. Even the busiest of people can carve out that little time. We're giving you all the answers you need for tomorrow, plus your 7-day forecast in the first 10 minutes. It's a new way of getting your news. CBS 5 News at 10.
Introducing the completely redesigned Mercedes-Benz C-Coupe. With its athletic prowess and sleek new body, it doesn't just raise the bar. It completely crushes it. The all-new C-Class Coupe. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
A Wet n Wild Season Pass is Arizona's best fun value, because now you get even more with unlimited visits, more free parking, more discount friend visits and coupon savings, more with our huge array of rides, slides, and events like drive-in movies. Yeah, more rides, more value, more fun than any other Arizona water park. Buy now at our great low price and get free parking, all for just $54.99. Hurry, offer ends May 22nd. Go Wet n Wild, get more. Park open weekends.
With 40 megs of internet speed from CenturyLink, a family of 4 can all be online at the same time, streaming, gaming, or downloading movies.
Yeah, the internet's great, but I think Karen makeup went a little too far.
Yeah, that's not working.
I much prefer the 2-day beard, horn-rimmed glasses, just left in his car kind of thing.
Yeah, I miss the rumpled crazy uncle look.
Okay.
Be Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
That's the essence of this role.
Feel like a Hollywood insider with high-speed internet from CenturyLink.
Everything you need in the first 10 minutes. CBS 5 News at 10.
And I'm going back where I came from.
Detectives said he was the I-10 shooter.
Tonight, watch the interrogation for yourself. See if you agree.
All the news you need, plus your complete forecast in the first 10 minutes, seconds away.
The new Chase Freedom Unlimited card earns you unlimited 1.5% cash back on everything you buy. The cash back is unlimited, and you can spend it on anything, like whatever the next ad is selling. Get the new Chase Freedom Unlimited card.
IHOP's new bakery favorites. Try cupcake pancakes, filled with festive rainbow sprinkles, or our delicious chocolatey red velvet crepes. New bakery favorites. Another great reason to come together over breakfast at IHOP.
It's easy to love your laxative when that lax loves your body back.
Only Miralax hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
Wildlife rescue workers open up a lot of Dawn. Tough on grease, yet gentle. Dawn helps open something even bigger. Go to facebook.com, Dawn Saves Wildlife.
Steven's all new with X-Men star James McAvoy, plus physicist Brian Greene, tonight.
Last summer, the wild inherited the earth.
That man has the same mutation as the animals.
But the deadliest animal of all is about to be unleashed.
Looks like he's turning into the perfect predator.
From author James Patterson.
My God.
Soon, premiere CBS June 28th.
Flat-out lies and intimidation. DPS investigators under enormous pressure to make an arrest in the I-10 freeway shootings grill their one and only suspect, Les Merritt Jr.
And we requested these interrogation videos to give you answers on the case that gripped the Valley. And as Derek Stahl tells us, they revealed the lengths that detectives went through trying to get a confession.